The weather is getting warmer, the days are getting longer, and spring sports are buzzing on campus.
It's our last time on the desk. Let's make it a good one. The penultimate sports pause of the year starts right now. All right, here we are. I think this is the third time we've done Sports Pause together. First time without the masks and first time with this beautiful set behind us. It's a great night to have a great show.
It is, and we've had a good ride together throughout the years. I don't want to get too sappy just yet. You know, we're both big baseball fans. We had a few games together on the beat covering them in 2020, so it's only fitting to kick off with them, right?
Yeah, let's get straight to it. Quinnipiac midweek baseball action. Bobcats hosting the Yale Bulldogs. The last time these two teams met was over in New Haven, and we're not going to talk about how that one ended. Ryan Hutchinson getting the start for the Bobcats, and we'll go straight to the bottom of the first with some Quinnipiac offense. Kyle Maves on third base, and Danny Melnick is going to give this one a ride just deep enough to center field for Maves to come in and score. Quinnipiac with the early 1-0 lead. And now we'll head to the second inning. Yale, they're going to respond right back. Alec Atkinson, base hit to left. Ben Metzner going to come around to score. Three more will score for the Bulldogs before Jimmy Chatfield says goodbye, adios, whatever you want. That ball's gone. A deep home run. It's a 6-run inning for the Bulldogs. 6-1 they lead. We'll head over to the sixth now. Quinnipiac, they're going to try to get some back. Anthony Donofrio doubles to left. Melnick will score. Bulldogs lead is cut in half, 6-3. Yale would score two more. Michael Cohn would homer. Bobcats mounting a comeback. Keegan O'Connor, 2-run Jimmy Jack out to right. That's not enough. Yale had 8. Quinnipiac, they needed one more. 8-7 your final. For some midweek action from Hamden, Bobcats close their homestand with a loss. They go 3-2 over the 5-game stretch. And after the midweek loss, the Bobcats made the short trip to New Rochelle to take on the Iona Gales for a weekend series. Hot start in game one when Jared Zimbardo led off with his second home run of the year. But that was all of the Quinnipiac offense. 7 strong innings on the mound for Brandon Garcia, but he couldn't quite make it 8, allowed the eventual winning runs to score. Much of the same in game 2, but newcomers Sean Swenson and Anthony Donofrio homered in game 3 to avoid the Iona sweep. And with that, you're up to the minute Mack baseball standings. Fairfield, winners of 6 straight conference games, vaults them back to the top of the standings. Quinnipiac is going to need a push over its last 12 Mack games if the Bobcats have any hope of sneaking into the tournament in that 6th seed. And before the Bobcats baseball team resumes its Mack schedule this weekend against Manhattan, Quinnipiac will take a detour up to Hartford to play Central Connecticut at Dunkin' Donuts Park tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. And Joe, I'd assume Dunkin' Donuts Park sells Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I hope so.
You can have your baseball and your breakfast. Watch the Bobcats at the home of the Hartford Yard Goats, the AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies.
Now, Jacob, we're going to go from baseball to softball. The Bobcats hosted the Siena Saints yesterday for a doubleheader right here in Hamden. So let's start with recapping Game 1. Siena Saints in town to take on the Quinnipiac Bobcats. We're going to start off here in the top of the second inning. Sabrina Vargas, she's going to send a shot into left field. That ball is going to go right over the wall for a home run. Jacob, check out the exit velocity on that one. That ball broke the wall.
Hey, what's the XWOBA on that one?
Saints up 2-1. Now, top of the second inning. Now it's 3-1. Ava Fitzmaurice, she's going to extend the lead. An RBI single. Siena up now 4-1. Bottom of the second inning. Quinnipiac begins to battle back. It's Gianna Palomasano. She's going to double into center, driving in Kayla Jensen. She gets in there. Siena up 4-2. Bottom of the fourth. Now it's Caroline Walker coming up big, driving in Palomasano to tie the game up at 4. And she's going to round the bases here. The relay throw home, not going to be in time. And now we're going to have Bridget Nasser. She's going to step up to the plate and rip a ball that gets past the Siena left fielder. That's going to bring Walker home, give the Bobcats a 5-4 lead. Nasser rounding the bases. She's going to slide in there with a triple. And the Bobcats would add 2 more runs late, while the Saints were only able to muster 1 more run in the late innings. Bobcats take game 1, 7-5. Now game 2. This is going to unravel for the Bobcats fairly quickly. Saints already up 2-0. Things get worse. Cy Gonzalez going to collide with the first base umpire, allowing the ball to get into the outfield. Gives Siena another run. It's 3-0. Still in the top of the second here now. Siena keeps the line moving. Very next batter, Michaela Fletcher. She's going to send the ball into the outfield. Driving in Isabella Pardo. Saints up 4-0. Top of the second still. Fitzmaurice getting in on the fun. Doubles into center. Driving in 2 more runs. Siena up really big now, and QU would attempt to make a late rally here, but they're going to fall short and lose to the Siena Saints by a score of 8-5.
A mouthful.
A mouthful for sure. After the games, Dylan Summer and Keenan Mills broke down the action following Quinnipiac's split against Siena.
The Quinnipiac softball team split yet another doubleheader here on Sunday as they welcome the number 3 team in the Mack, the Siena Saints, into town. I'm Keenan Mills alongside Dylan Summer. Dylan, yet another split doubleheader. How do they kind of find the differences and get 2 wins instead of just the one they've been finding?
Yeah, it's all about consistency. I mean, if we look back at a couple of weeks, they had the Manhattan split, they had the Ryder split, and now today with Siena. They can win that first game, but they always struggle to win that second game. And I think that really goes on to they have the energy in that first game. They bring it all out, and then that second game, they have trouble trying to get that energy in the same way. But just today, like it doesn't take away from the fact still that they're still making that comeback. 4 runs in the 6th inning at the end of this game. So even though they're not winning these second games, they're getting very close. And if we're going off of that too, Kayla Thomas last week with the Ryder home run, I mean, that was also at the very end of the game. They could have won that too. So they're getting there. They just need to find a way to win it.
Yeah, something very common that's been happening is their bullpen has been succeeding. Today, Sydney Horan came out of the bullpen through 5 innings to lead them to the victory. What is kind of the key to get their pitching staff all around going?
Yeah, they just have to keep at it, really. I mean, Sydney Horan has been dominant all year long. She has a couple of complete games, and today was no different, only allowing 1 run in 5 innings. And if we also look at the second game, too, with Tori McGraw, after she got hit in the knee area, they brought in Taylor Walton, and she just dominated for the second half of that game, only allowing 2 runs. So it's really been the bullpen pitching that's been helping this team keep at it in these games, and that's going to really be essential down the line.
As I said before, the Bobcats are back at it right here on Wednesday when they face off against Merrimack. He's Dylan Summer. I'm Keenan Mills, Q30 Sports.
Really good stuff there by Keenan and Dylan. Now, we also have an exclusive interview for you now. Q30 softball beat reporter Ethan Logue caught up with senior utility player Bridget Nasser to get her thoughts on the Bobcat season so far.
All right, thanks, Joe and Jacob. I'm joined by Quinnipiac softball senior shortstop Bridget Nasser. Now, Bridget, we're here to discuss your team's up and downs throughout the season. So just kind of to start off, we have seen time and time again this team battle back and battle through adversity, show resiliency. What has been the biggest key factor for that success in your team's ability to battle back?
I think a big thing that we say is showing character. So even when we are down or get behind in the beginning of the game, just not giving up and always just finding a way to try to get back in the game, whether that be being really loud in the dugout or just getting all the hits. You know, it doesn't always work out that way, but just showing character and not falling to some adversity.
And then looking back at the last few weeks, how does this team play now compared to earlier in the season?
I think we're definitely more comfortable. We're a very young team, so I think they've just all got really, kind of been able to show themselves more, which has helped us a lot. They've been a really important factor for us. And I think just we all love each other. I think we just have a really fun time and have been able to get to know each other more as the season has progressed.
Now, you mentioned how young this team is. You're obviously an upperclassman. You're one of the leaders on this team. What can you say about the young core on this team and the future, what the future holds for them?
I think they're going to be so great. I think they're a really good group of people, and I love being on the team with them. And I think that they have helped us out so much in so many ways, and I'm just so excited to see how they're going to keep this program from getting better.
And then for you personally, what aspects or parts of your game have you really worked on this year specifically?
I would definitely say my hitting has been my topic of interest for this year. I've struggled kind of over the years, but I think I've kind of like something clicked. I don't know what, but just being like a senior, I think, kind of has helped me kind of step into those shoes of being a leader at the plate.
All right, Bridget, thank you again. Good luck the rest of the way. Joe, Jacob, back to you guys at the desk.
After splitting the doubleheader this weekend, Quinnipiac sits in 9th place in the Mack at 4-8. Canisius, Niagara, and Ryder round out the top 3. The Golden Griffs are the only team in the Mack with double-digit wins. Iona, Siena, Marist, Fairfield, and Manhattan currently slot in 3rd through 7th place respectfully, and Quinnipiac, St. Peter's, and Monmouth are at the bottom of the barrel. Jacob, clearly Doug Eddert can't do everything for the Peacocks.
Dougie does a lot, but can't play softball apparently. All right, our first commercial break is on the way. Joe, tell the people not to go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. One Quinnipiac team brought home a conference title over the weekend. Find out who it was on the other side.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why? My. Oh.
Welcome back to Sports Paws. Thanks for sticking with us.
All right, let's take it over to men's lacrosse, where it's been a tough season for Mason Paulu's squad, but a chance to turn things around and celebrate the seniors on Saturday. Let's roll the highlights. All right, Quinnipiac and St. Bonaventure. You know, Adrian Wojnarowski went to St. Bonaventure. Bonnie's hoping for some Woj bombs on the field today.
Woj bomb.
First quarter, we'll start it off with some Bonnie's offense. This is going to be Sean Wesley. Passes it to Anthony Semino, turns, fires, boom. St. Bonaventure up early. Now some Quinnipiac offense later in the corner. This is going to be goalie Nick DiMuccio. Clears it to Matt DiLella. Runs it up the sideline, gives it up to Matt Miller. Ryan Donnery is going to touch it. Gonna find John DeLucia. He's going to fake right, score the top, fakes left, and then scores top right of the net. St. Bonaventure leading 4-2 after the first quarter. Moving on to the second, Brett Dobson running this one up the field into the Bobcats offensive zone. Finds Jackson Rose, Sean Wesley. They score. A great run by Dobson, keeping the Bonnies in the lead 8-4. St. Bonaventure after 2. Now to the third quarter. Brett Chiodo runs the ball, shoots from the outside, slips it in, trying to keep Quinnipiac in this one, doing everything he can. And then later in the corner, Brody Anderson working from behind the net. He's going to get one to go. Cuts the lead to 9-7 after the third. To the fourth we go. Dylan Donnery is going to run this one from behind the net, plants and fires and gets it bottom right to tie the game. But things are going to fall apart here for Quinnipiac. It's Brady Wijbrandts walks up, lands the bounce shot, solidifying the win for the Bonnies. 10-8 your final score. Quinnipiac falls to 2-9 on the season. And the clock is ticking on the 2022 season for the Bobcats. But first, a trip down Whitney Avenue tomorrow night to take on the Yale Bulldogs. And the regional rivals don't match up too often, but Yale has dominated the all-time series 5-0. So QU will look to make some history and notch another win down the stretch.
Now, women's Lax went up against Monmouth in the season finale. Could they end the season on a high note? Let's find out. It's senior day in Hamden. The Quinnipiac Bobcats face off against the Monmouth Hawks for the final game, like I said, of the regular season. This is a quick one, so let's stick with me here. We're going to start off Monmouth pass to Hope Stewartwald in the center, and she's going to go 5-hole for a goal. Quinnipiac responds with a drop pass and recovery goal by Iacino. 5-3, Monmouth yet again goes to Stewartwald and a top shelf goal. Ella Grace Delman dodges defender here, and she's going to score. The first quarter ended at a tie at 5. Moving to the second quarter now, another pass to Stewartwald, splitting defenders, and a goal. Jacob, that's a name we've heard a bunch already. And then again, Iacino passes to Skalstad.
I'm hearing a lot of words and a lot of names.
Scores again to tie it up. Then a goal from free position. 8-6, Monmouth going into the second half. Now this was a defensive half, Jacob, for both teams, so we're not going to get a lot of goals here. Julia Stenek causes a drop ball. Bobcats take possession, and then we move to the Hawks' defensive stance. An interception from Brianna Falco. No goals in the fourth quarter. The Hawks secure a 12-10 victory over the Bobcats. Now both the men's and women's lacrosse teams celebrated senior day on Saturday, and Ben Kane spoke with the head coaches of both squads to get their thoughts on the day.
In any sport at any different level, whether it's the professional level, the collegiate level, or even just recreational sports, every team's goal is to develop around their youth. However, at a certain point when they do this, these youth stars grow older and eventually it's time to say goodbye. While this may be very sad, every coach knows that the path these players have carved will be the main reason their programs flourish in the near future.
Yeah, it's only going to get better. I think it's little things now, and so we have to really kind of lock into those little things over the summer moving forward. Once those little things get taken care of, they'll finally be able to see all that they've been working for, and hopefully those seniors that have graduated come back to be able to feel some pride behind that.
It's great. The young guys are great team members, and their listening skills and following can't have guys pulling the team in separate directions. And a lot of them have started to find their voices this year. This season will definitely provide a little extra motivation heading into the summer, but excited about the group that we got coming back.
While these two groups of graduating seniors were eventually able to find their voices, there were many obstacles that got in their way from doing this. However, the faster they were to finding their voices, the quicker they were able to bring these programs to whole new heights.
Every year they came on board, they've helped us improve the program. Their record has gotten better every year. Since I think 2013, maybe 12. It's the most wins we've had. Still not good enough, but it's for sure better, and progress is the goal. And so, I couldn't be more grateful for their help in this.
This is definitely a special class for me. This is my fourth year now as head coach, our first class I've seen through at the helm, and couldn't have asked for these guys for more. Everything we've been through, the pandemic, and working our way back here, I'm proud of those boys because told them in the huddle here, keep your heads high. You guys shouldn't be ashamed at all. We gave it our all, and that's all we can ask for.
While it may have always seemed like an uphill battle to get results, and a global pandemic ending both of their seasons in 2020, if there is one word to describe this group of seniors, is that they were resilient. From Q30 Sports, I'm Ben Kane.
Now, after dropping their matchup against Monmouth, the regular season is over for the women's lacrosse team. They finished the year with 2 wins and 6 losses in Mack play. Quinnipiac went 6-10 overall, including its out-of-conference matchups. Monmouth and Siena were designated as regular season co-champions, both finishing with 6-2 records. The men's lacrosse team, on the other hand, still has 2 games to go before the conclusion of its regular season. The Bobcats are tied in last right now, with Canisius at 1-4, and Quinnipiac will visit the Siena Saints for the regular season finale, who are a game apart in the standings.
All right, now the Mack Tennis Championships were this weekend in New Jersey for both the men and women. Let's check out how the brackets unfolded first for the women. All right, Alexa, play We Are the Champions. Quinnipiac sweeping the field en route to the program's 6th MAC title and first since 2018. Absolute dominance from the Bobcats, who took down Niagara at the semifinals and Fairfield in the championship match. Quinnipiac women's tennis is going back to the NCAA tournament. And on the men's side, we'll take a look at how things unfolded here. There we go. Really impressive job by the Bobcats to beat the higher-ranked Siena Saints in the semifinals. Quinnipiac ran into the juggernaut Monmouth program in the finals. The Hawks will represent the MAC in the NCAA tournament.
Before winning the MAC, the Quinnipiac women's tennis team earned 9 All-MAC awards this past Friday. Headlining the awards was head coach Paula Miller being named 2022 MAC Coach of the Year. She led the Bobcats to a 5-1 record in the MAC and a regular season championship as the #1 seed in this year's women's tennis tournament. Quinnipiac has earned at least a share of the regular season MAC titles in 8 straight times since joining the MAC in 2013, all under the direction of Miller. This is the 6th time she's been given the award in 7 seasons as the team's head coach. Got some FaceTime though, Jacob, huh?
No, can't complain. All right, we mentioned Paula Miller taking home Coach of the Year, but some other members of the women's tennis program were recognized by the MAC. Claire Kozielski, Dominique Vasile, Brittany Wilbur, and the doubles team of Camilla Nella and Alessia Truden were all named to the All-MAC first team. Truden and Jordan Bradley, in addition to 2 more doubles pairs, cracked the All-MAC second team as well. A fantastic season for the Bobcats that I would say was properly rewarded. Now, men's tennis didn't win the MAC championship, but its players did take home some conference awards. Sophomores Ayato Araki and Donovan Brown were named to the All-MAC first team for their performance as a doubles pair this season, while fellow sophomore Sharia Sood and the doubles pair of Sood and Javier Casasolas were named to the All-MAC second team.
The Quinnipiac women's golf team won the MAC championship over the weekend, repeating as champions for the 2nd time in program history. The Bobcats were down 4 strokes entering the final day of the tournament, but were able to climb their way back and win it all. It's the 4th championship in QU women's golf history and became the first team to repeat as champs twice. Junior Leanne Peralta shot 2 over par for the weekend, earning her a first-place finish and securing MAC Golfer of the Year honors. The Bobcats now wait for the seeding of the 2022 NCAA Tournament Regional.
All right, I think, are we going to toss to Keith Savage's package here? All right, we're just going to go straight to break. We're going to get Keith after the break. We're going to have lots more in our final top 5. Goodbye. Oh, man, I don't even want to talk about it. More on the other side of the break.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
All right, welcome back to Sports Paws. It's not ice hockey weather, but we do have some ice hockey news. The captain is heading to the pros. Men's ice hockey senior Wyatt Bongiovanni signed a 2-year entry-level contract with the NHL's Winnipeg Jets that will begin next season. Bongiovanni was not previously drafted, meaning his rights were up for grabs, and the Jets took advantage. Bonjo scored an even 50 goals and served up 40 assists over his 4 years in Hamden. He will spend the rest of the season with Winnipeg's AHL affiliate in Manitoba.
Now let's take it over to the field hockey Field hockey field, right. They had their annual alumni game for the first time since before COVID. Keith Savage covered the alumni game and spoke with some current and former players to get a closer look at the event.
The Quinnipiac Bobcats field hockey team ended off their spring season at an annual alumni game. The long-awaited game was pushed back 2 years due to the pandemic. Today, though, was all smiles, and a key reason for that is because of the person who was refereed today, Becca Main, but she's also the woman who's coached everybody in Quinnipiac field hockey history.
We've all come through Becca's program, so it gives us a nice common to come back to, and she's such a welcoming, happy presence every year, and it feels good. It feels like home.
There were moments throughout the game where the Rustrum alums kicked in, but also had moments where they showed off their moves to the young Bobcats. We had fun seeing the past players.
It's a great feeling just to see everyone out there and give like 100% effort, and it's so fun, and it's really nice to see people like take it serious.
And it's nice to see the people that like we used to play with in the past and all the supporters of the program still to come back.
Smile and laughter were shown throughout the entire match from both teams in the Quinnipiac Field Hockey Stadium. The Bobcats won't have another game in the stadium for 4 months, but excitement is clear for the fall season.
Really excited. I think there's a lot to look forward to. We might do some good things.
Yeah, we definitely built a strong culture this spring season, and we were able to build from like our first spring game to like the end, and we like capped it off with like a great like win yesterday. So it was a really good and competitive season for us.
The love and passion within this program is shown every day, but Bobcats fans will have to wait and see how Quinnipiac will perform in the fall. I'm Keith Savage, Q30 Sports.
Now, the women's outdoor track and field graduate student Mika Maples has been named the Mack Field Performer of the Week for her performance this past weekend at the James Madison University Invite. It's her second Mack Weekly Award this outdoor season as she led the Bobcats in the field with 1 first-place finish and 2 second-place finishes. Maples currently holds a top 3 mark in the performances list for the conference for the shot put, javelin, and discus this season.
All right, we're going to talk about some Quinnipiac men's basketball now. The offseason is in full swing, and the Bobcats did officially announce the transfers of both Ike Nweke and Paul Otieno. I believe we have a full screen to show you what they look like. But Otieno, a 6'8" forward transferring from Kilgore College in Texas. He averaged 11 points and 7.5 rebounds for the Rangers last season, also finishing 9th among all JUCO players in field goal percentage. All right, top 5 time.
Yeah, we've certainly called our fair share of top plays over the years, so we thought it would be fun to take a look back at our top 5 calls over the past 4 years. Now, Jacob and I have not seen this yet, so let's see how it looks.
Let's take a look.
We covered a lot on tonight's show between soccer and basketball, so it's only fair to pick the best of the best in this week's top 5. Jacob, start us off.
Here we go, top 5 plays. Let's go out to Harvard, where the men's hockey team was up to face their conference rivals, and Wyatt Bongiovanni takes the pass from Carlos Jukestill, one-timer.
Could lose that one.
Number 2, we cheated a little bit. We're going to show you 2 plays here. They both involve Seth Pinckney. Gets the lob from Savion Lewis, and one more in transition. Taimu Shinnery throws it up for the big man, throws it down.
That's right, Chris. Let's kick it off. I'll start with number 5. women's ice hockey versus Colgate. It's going to be the tale of two Taylors. Taylor Gerard with the puck. She's going to fire towards the net, deflecting off Taylor House for a Bobcats goal. Play number 1, Taimu Shinnery with the ball beyond the arc, and he fires from deep range just before the buzzer. Drills it with the defender in his face, and that's your number 1 play of the week. On to play number 4 now. Volleyball again, this time against Ryder. Chloe Kawanui makes a nice defensive play, then sets up Mo. Then it's Olga Zampati to put the point on the board for the Bobcats.
Joe, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
I think it's top 5 plays time. Let's get it going. I'll take the odds. You got the evens.
Sounds
Let's
good.
roll it. Play number 5, Quinnipiac Field Hockey. Quinnipiac Providence. Neve Going is going to fall short after shooting for the right corner, but Nina Santor is there. Let's go play number 4.
Will Abbott. He's going to find an open Dylan Donnery. He's going to put home the shot.
Here we go. Top 10 plays. Oh, I feel like Sports Center. We're going to kick it off with number 10 back on September 19th. How about Chloe Kahanui? Oh, man, what a dig. And then it's Olga Zampati on the other end. Gets it to go.
On to rugby with the coldest move of the semester. Cat Story jukes out 1, 2, 3 Dartmouth players. Almost goes all the way. This one deserves slow-mo. You couldn't ask for a better move. I know the New York Giants might need a running back. Barkley's been a little bit iffy ever since coming back from the injury, so maybe they could use some Cat Story in the backfield.
That was great. All right, I took 3 things away from that. 1, my beard didn't used to connect. Your hair was very short. I'm glad you're growing it out now.
Yeah.
And apparently they used to do 10 plays on Sports Paws.
I think that was a special segment towards the end of the year.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
That was didn't remember that one. All right, we have some acro and tumbling news to get to. The Quinnipiac acro team is going to be traveling to Eugene, Oregon to take on the Oregon Ducks in the NCATA Championships beginning on Thursday. Quinnipiac won when they last matched up on April 3rd.
All right, Jacob, for the final time, that's going to do it for the two of us on Sports Paws.
Wow. Well, we'll save the sappy remarks for our final time on air tomorrow night on Bobcat Breakdown. But let me just say it's been a pleasure not only to host this show over the years, but to watch all the hard work that goes into making it happen every week.
You know, it was an honor to produce this show in my sophomore year, to be on this very desk a whole bunch of times throughout the years. It's a bittersweet night, but as Jacob said, tune in tomorrow night at 9:30 where we will be on Bobcat Breakdown and give our final parting remarks. Thank you all for watching throughout the years, tonight, and for everyone helping out behind the scenes. We will see you tomorrow night.